Here at KingCast Mortgage Movies, we're going to provide a quick update on the Lamar Gunn case, where they threw him out of his house even though he never missed a payment. And he got the notary, Nikole Shelton, decommissioned for life, and now all the lawyers are running scared. Yeah, we're going to resume that now. Here's an update with Lamar.
Well, all right, we're here with KingCast.net, and on the line I've got Lamar Gunn. Now, this was the intro last week when we were discussing Mr. Gunn's issues here in the wrongful foreclosure case against him.
Nikole Shelton will never again be a notary, and that's probably a good thing, because people like her, robo-signers and the scumbag lawyers that help her work with her, put a lot of people out of their homes and cause a lot of pain, and that happened to Lamar Gunn.
So since that point, there have been some developments going on throughout last week and this week. Over the weekend, a lot of lawyers on his case have taken a powder and recused themselves, or rather, if not recused, they have dismissed themselves from the case and withdrawn from cases. So with us now is Lamar Gunn. Mr. Gunn, please tell us what's transpired in your case in the past week or so.
Well, in the past week, I've been in contact with the state of Pennsylvania, the governor's office, and also the attorney general's office, whereas if they've concluded an investigation, as you know, you have the information pointing out that Nikole Shelton did participate in a very large conspiracy to intentionally bring fraud on thousands of U.S. citizens, but a good number of people in Delaware, which I've documented well over 1,000 cases spanning from early 2000s to present, where she's locally working, or currently working rather, at a local firm, GMAC's headquarters in Fort Washington, Pennsylvania. So that's where we are. And now with that information, I can easily prove the fraud, and I'm looking to vigorously pursue all damages at this point.
Of course. Now, I understand there were some attorneys that have withdrawn. I'm looking right now. I've got Dorothy Davis. It appears she is withdrawn. What's her role in this?
Well, Dorothy Davis hasn't withdrawn, but Jessica Prisolak, I believe that's how it's pronounced, she has withdrawn and is no longer with the firm. So has Margaret England, who was really instrumental initially in creating most of these fraudulent documents and filing sheriff's deeds and so forth. Dorothy Davis, she's a ringleader in this, in that she appears in many cases for this corrupt company, Select Portfolio Servicing, which is nothing more than a front for money laundering through Credit Suisse. Dorothy Davis is still on the case. Prisolek recently withdrew last week, and somehow or another, miraculously, is no longer with the firm. That seems to happen as the same case happened with Margaret England.
Gotcha. There's Margaret England. Yes, Margaret England, of course. Okay. Well, at this point, it seems like the fraud is evident in your case, and one would assume that you should, file your motions, and hopefully, the court should award possession to you, and return back to status quo ante, and you should get paid for the presence of fraud in your case. It's one of those things that I see it that way as a title insurance producer, and hopefully the courts would see it that way, Mr. Gunn. Please keep us updated.
I will do, and I thank you for all your coverage of this matter, and hopefully.
Nikole Shelton will never again be a notary, and that's probably a good thing, because people like her, robo-signers and the scumbag lawyers that help her work with her, put a lot of people out of their homes and caused a lot of pain. And that happened to Lamar Gunn. So what I do now is I make movies about scumbag lawyers who use the system to put people out of their homes illegally, without standing. People like Lamar Gunn. This has been going on for quite some time. And Ms. Shelton, of course, was a notary in his case, in which case this man had never missed a payment, yet got put out of his house. So we hope to make history with going forward in his case. And, just like Hosea Anderson made history in his case, except for the fact that the court didn't apply the law in his case, and he ended up losing his home. So we'll see what happens with Lamar Gunn's case. He's lost his home, too, but maybe, there'll be some type of recompense. The reason this happens is because we've got bought and sold politicians like Kelly Ayotte running the country. Look at her campaign contributors, all right? No wonder she doesn't investigate mortgage fraud in New Hampshire. In the largest consumer fraud history, the FRM Ponzi scam went down on her watch. And, of course, through our concerted efforts, we were able to procure an affidavit from the Salem Registry of Deeds in Massachusetts. There you see it there from John O'Brien. And one would think you could get that kind of assistance somewhere in New Hampshire, the live free or die state, but no. As an attorney myself, and someone who has been a title insurance producer and a notary, I could go back to doing all those things if I chose. But right now, I'd rather investigate these kinds of cases and bring them to the forefront so that people can see what's really going on out here. And I wish you luck, all of you out there who are fighting these corrupt banks and the court systems that allow it to happen. Good luck.